So in cities around the world, pollution is becoming a major problem. Not here in LA. We're perfectly good with the pollution. But in other places around the world, they are dealing with big problems. It's just fog. We showed you Beijing having, what was it, like smog apocalypse or something like that. And now Milan is having tons of pollution. Take a look at this picture.
Wow.
Is that at night? No, it's just horribly polluted.
It's a really shitty iPhone.
It's really, it's really grainy. Like, seriously, come on, get like a Galaxy or something. But they have a plan to help deal with some of this pollution, at least in a limited sense. They don't want to go too far, although some people might think that even this is going too far already. What they want to do is ban cars to some extent. They want to take private cars off the streets from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Wednesday. And they'll also offer discounts on public transit to encourage the use of trains or buses.
I say it's not far enough.
Yeah?
That's what I say.
Get rid of all the cars?
No, I mean, why can't I feel like they should like socialize transportation. Just have free public transportation.
Okay, Bernie Sanders.
And then cut out all the cars. And people can turn in their cars to get more money. If there was public transportation that could get me to where I wanted to go, I would 100%.
Have you been on a bus?
If I could take the bus to where I wanted to go, I would go in a second.
Have you been on a bus in Austin, Texas?
It is a
freak show.
Oh.
I'm kidding. It's crazy. Yes, I think there should be too. I think that there should be more of those bike sharing programs that some cities are experimenting with. I think that eventually, I mean, this isn't exactly getting cars off the road, but eventually having a sort of autonomous Uber-esque taxi networks that can just go pick you up with electric cars and then drop you off and they're continually cycling to recharge. I think that's going to really help.
Or the government should pay you if you have an electric car.
They do.
Oh.
One time, anyway, when you buy it.
You got paid?
Not paid, but it's a tax refund.
How much
money did you get? $7,500. Yeah, but that's off the price of the car. Anyway, it's complicated. Don't worry, I'll talk more about electric cars at some point.
Okay.
Now, this might seem like, okay, you're going to inconvenience us, take cars off the roads for 3 days. Is that even going to matter with all the pollution out there? Well, turns out it actually does matter. Studies by UCLA tested pollution levels during Ciclavia, which I have not been to in LA.
Ciclavia. It's like a bike thing.
Yeah. Well, it's car-free festival days in our city that obviously we don't participate in, although L, our editor, probably has. In the immediate neighborhoods where cars were banned, drops of the most dangerous particulate matter, about 2.5 nanometers, I think they are, declined by a whopping 49%, but then came back once the cars were back.
I feel like that is it's like very pointed. Like, okay, cars are causing this problem. So then remove cars from the street. Like, it's not like a difficult equation. Am I missing something here?
Well, it's difficult for some people to get where they need to go when there isn't public transport available for them.
So then let's do public transportation. I don't understand.
It's complicated. I mean, we're building up here in LA, we're building up our metro system, but it's taking years and years even to put in one line of the beach. Well, we're working on it.
I feel like they need to get like a Red Bull and some like night lights or something like that and get like moving and grooving.
Burn the midnight oil? No, don't.
No,
It'll
don't.
pollute.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I think that long term that's what we need to do. We need to give people alternative options. I personally think that I loved the idea back when the Segway was initially being talked about.
We should do the hoverboards.
You shouldn't do hoverboards.
Everybody should.
1 out of 3 hoverboards has already self-ignited, and that has got to add pollution to the air.
Is it really 1 out of 3?
No, I'm kidding, but it's bad. Amazon put out some sort of warning, apparently telling people you should destroy your hoverboard before it burns you to death. Anyway, now, in the meantime, before we can do all of that, I think that increasing either electric or possibly hydrogen cars, I'm not a big believer in hydrogen cars, would be a good thing to do. But before we even get to that, some cities, like Milan, are taking steps, not necessarily banning cars, but there's a little bit of that. In Paris, they experimented with limiting cars during the week. Rome is restricting cars in its downtown to alternate day access using odd and even plate numbers until weather patterns change. So again, you're seeing in Italy. Florence has limited cars in its city center through New Year's Eve. I believe London has made it more difficult to drive in the city center. I think that they have like different sorts of registrations you need, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
Naples has banned wood-fired pizza ovens in the short term. You bastards, you've gone too far.
That went a little too far. I'm with you. And then we talked about how China, when they had one of their festivals, they removed cars for that week, and they've experienced a crazy drop in the pollution that they experienced in their city.
Yeah.
So just restrict. It would suck. But so is going to have our Earth, like, implode at some point.
Yeah, as long as you have the systems set up to help people get to work and get their kids to school and all of that.
Or people could work from home that day. They could set it up with the offices.
Well, some places you can do that, but some places you can't.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, we're moving towards it.
I'm really trying to come up with a solution because it seems like nobody else is.
It's a pretty big problem. And so for those of you who perhaps aren't super concerned about climate change or don't believe it's real, well, you don't have to believe it's real. You can think it's a total hoax and still think that we need to do major things to reform our transportation system because climate change aside, pollution, you can see in both the limited cases of these experiments and then also in places like in LA where we did major things to combat pollution. Right. Regardless of heating, the emphysema and other respiratory illnesses. Look at how congested I am. Can you hear my voice? It's mostly because of dog fur. But maybe we could get that out of the atmosphere as well. We need to deal with these things, increase our health, and then maybe long-term even save our planet from being set on fire. So let us know what you think about this plan. Where you live, would you be okay with any sort of limitation of your ability to drive around? And how far would you let it go? Let us know down below, and we'll see you in the next video.